Why were French Catholics so interested in Algeria? To understand, we have to go back to 1830, when the French invaded and captured Algiers with the goal to conquer and colonize Algeria. This ambition was completed through a series of long and bloody wars, with full support from the Catholic Church. Catholics saw the French invasion of Algeria as a brand new opportunity. France was becoming increasingly secular, following the French Revolution in 1789 and European Enlightenment in the early 18th century. Catholic thinkers saw the invasion of Algeria as a blank slate to re-establish a French Catholic identity. They also saw it as a way to reconvert Algerians to Christianity, as it supposedly was during the Roman and Byzantine colonial periods. However, the idea that Algeria was a Christian nation during the Roman period is false, ignoring the agency of indigenous Algerians. But this reasoning was used by French Catholics to justify colonial efforts. For their part, the French government, despite rising secularism in France, saw Catholicism as protection against fanatical Islam, so they worked together with the French Catholics to build a colonial society in Algeria. Soon after the French invasion in 1830, Catholics began settling in Algeria, and missionary projects were launched across the country. In 1831, Muslims were kicked out from the Ket Chawa Mosque by the French to establish the St. Philip's Cathedral, killing 4,000 worshippers in the process. They then made it the center of Catholicism in Algeria. Soon after, Catholicism was embedded into the colonial order, running schools, orphanages, and other social programs. Despite this, Catholicism was primarily practiced by European settlers during this time in Algeria, with the Arab and Amazigh populations mostly remaining attached to Islam. As a result, being a Muslim became its own form of resistance to colonial rule. But that didn't stop Catholics from flooding into the land. By the 1950s, 1 million Catholic settlers lived in Algeria. By the end of the Algerian War of Independence, pretty much all of them had gone back to Europe. This period showed just how resilient Algerian Muslims are in maintaining their cultural and religious identity, and serves as one of the many examples of how Muslims resisted colonial oppression in the modern era.